Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome in. Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night. We are broadcasting live here on the United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in New Orleans. And I'd like to welcome you in. I am your host, Don Yazzie. And if you were with Sean Kelly into the night, welcome, our fellow UPRN brother. And and all credit and thanks to Ry Voss, the Codega, for that fire intro right there that we all love. And without further ado, let's bring on your co-host. There he is.
Yeah.
What is up?
Managed to catch the last part of the Sean Kelly's, man. He left on a pretty good tone on that one, you know.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. So got that warm feeling, huh? Just like, man. Yeah. Have you been on his show? We got to get you on his show as well.
Yeah.
See if we can get you in.
I haven't.
Okay. No. Lee was on there, and Tyson too, teammate Tyson. So he's I think he's still thinking, because the dude has a crap load of stories, Bigfoot, SkinWalkers. So can't wait to be working with him again, working with him again on another project out there in Farmington coming up soon. Without further ado, man, let's bring on our guest of honor today, and everybody here, give Mr. Utah a warm welcome, please. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, what's up, Utah?
Pretty good. Just watching the Super Bowl. Sad game.
Sad day of the Super Bowl, huh?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. But hey, thank you for joining us, brother. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, man. And all our viewers as well. I'm pretty sure they appreciate it. Right here, let's start off with the comments right here. It says it's not Hone, or it's not Jone, it's Najone. Oh wait, it's all trippy right there. I need glasses, bro. Hi, brother, and everybody else. She says, hey, Najone, what's up? Thank you for coming. Najone Yeje, double D's, made it. Hey, what's up, sis? Crazy Coyote, go Seahawks. Hey, Stoked. Hey, y'all, what's up, Stoked? Yep. And where is Javon Koshel? Usually he's here. Where's he at? But I guess he'll be here later. So this is another episode here, and a very special episode. And today, Mr. Johnny Utah, hey, what's up, Cosmic Voice 33? Thank you for joining. If you can take us back to your furthest memory of your paranormal stories or anything strange that happened to you like that. We can start off like chronological order. Oh, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you guys. Are you talking to me, or are you talking to the co-host?
Yeah, talking to you. I'm talking to you. So, yeah, because this is your episode, brother.
Okay. The furthest I can remember is I'm Native American, and I'm half Ute, half Navajo. So when I was a kid, we used to go to Fort Duchesne, where SkinWalker Ranch is, where they do that episode. It's just not too far from there, the Ute Reservation in northern Ute. So we used to go up there, and my grandmother and my grandmother played the hand game up there, and then family members would do the powwow, the hand game, and my parents. Well, my dad did the softball tournament, played in softball. So we used to get a lot, and we have family up there on that reservation too as well. So they would tell us not to get off the reservation because there's a lot of paranormal stuff, the Bigfoot sightings, UFO, and strange uh, extraterrestrial beings they see out there, and also a lot of hordes and stuff that come out there. But my earliest, where my Bigfoot experience came when I was in third grade. When one of the classmates, we went to the library, and then the woman said, "Read this book." And he's like, well, it was the book of the Yeti, of the snow Bigfoot. So that's where I got my knowledge into it. But before that, like I said, being Native American and tradition here and all that, all Bigfoot entity stuff out on the reservation stuff, and I just kind of threw it off and just kind of like, well, that really don't make sense, or that's just a lot of folklore and stuff like that. So, but then as I grew older, a lot of it, started getting more interested. And anyhow, I got interested in coyote hunting and coyote trapping and varmint trapping as well, helping a lot of Native Americans on the reservation that have livestock and trapping a lot of coyote, bobcats, mountain lions that were on the reservation that were eating the newly born sheep, cows, and goats, or chickens that were out there on the reservation. So it helped a lot of Native Americans. But anyhow, I went out. I had my coyote howler, my coyote, machine that that makes a lot of varmint in distress sound. And so I went out one night north in a canyon where there was a river wash, and before a bend, the road winds down to wash across the creek. But before I went down, I parked the car up a ways, and I told my cousin to close the door slow, don't slam it like you really would get out of the parking lot. So just push it in, but slam the door. So we did. We walked down to this bend, and then you could see that. Boy, it was dark. We left. I used to go coyote and locate coyotes around about between 9 and 3 in the morning. So I can set up traps, or I can hunt the coyotes and stuff like that. But anyhow, I was out late at night, and like I mentioned earlier, I had my cousin close doors, so we walked down and had my coyote howler around my neck, and I had my coyote machine, and I had my rifle, had a cordless spotlight, and I had everything all ready. And I told him, just sit here for a minute, just listen, see if we hear any coyotes, whatnot. And lo and behold, about maybe 6 minutes, we were just standing there, right below us, probably there was that Ron Morehouse, the Sierra call, which were making that sound, that gibberish, that Chinese.
Ron Morehead, the samurai chatter. Yeah.
Chatter. Yeah, I heard that. My cousin got scared. He thought it was like how some Native Americans think it's a ghost of Anasaurus talking or something, but it wasn't. I remember that, hearing that, and then I was like, holy, whoa! I told him, quiet, listen. But then before that, when I go elk hunting or deer hunting, you get the glands, the scent glands, and work with coyotes. I had the skunk glands, so I had to put on the tip of my boot, and then on the brim of my hat, and then on the back, it had that real pungent smell of a skunk, the cover scent. And so, and plus when the wind blows, it blows up on a ridge. So anyhow, they couldn't smell it. They probably thought it was a skunk. And that gibberish was coming down on the bottom. And then we keep listening to it for a minute. And then it was a baby cry, like an infant, like a 5-year-old. It was just crying, how I could get after a child and just whine. And but it had a full moon, and you could see. And I had my scope, and I looked. And man, it was a family of a Bigfoot, a big old father, is big. I mean, he was big. and the baby was probably about, let's see, probably like 3 feet, maybe 2.5, somewhere around that. Just a little guy, and then his mother was squatting, sitting, and it ran like how a child would run to his mother's arms, to his chest, and clean on. That's how that little guy did, and but that father was speaking in that gibberish sound, like that, like making that
Samurai
crazy.
Children.
That samurai child speaking to it, and like my cousin was there, he was like, he was freaking out. He said, "Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Come on!" He was pulling me, took me, "Let's go!" He was like about crying, and he was like, man, he was scared. And see, he even got nightmares of it, but I already knew about it because of family members and parents, and just researching it when I was younger. I knew of it, but I'd never seen it actually in physical form until that day, that night when we went out. And like a lot of them talk about how they have the frequency sound where you get lost or stung.
Infrasound.
Oh yeah,
Infrasound.
yeah.
Infrasound, yeah. They don't have that. It ain't. It's just that when you see something that is out of the ordinary, something that you don't see in everyday life, when you're walking your life, that you just freeze and you just shocked because that's a normal presence. And so, but then after that, that was back in late '90s, early 2000s, I believe. And then ever since then, I've been researching, digging, and then I came upon that lost book of Inky, where Inky is Anunnaki of the planet Nibiru, and he came here looking for minerals, which is gold. But anyhow, he stumbled upon Bigfoot, and he watched him, observed him. He doesn't say how long he observed him, but they watched him, and his helper that was next to him said that we have this creature in our Eden on planet Nibiru. And so they've been placed here before man was created. You know, he had a mane like a lion. They don't have a language. They're not creatures, nor they are from 8 families. What's the Appaloopas or the?
Yeah, I think it was they had to do with the 5 fingers. I think they.
No, not the. No, the ape, the giant, the historic ape, that big old giant ape. They don't come from no ape family. They're not a creature, but they say it's a being. But they come from their planet, from their Eden. But before they were placed here, I believe that they were placed here long before man. See if this planet was inhabited, and they have. That they said they are the protectors of the mountain and the forest. But Gilgamesh had a friend that was another person too, like Bigfoot. So
he was depicted as a hairy, at the hair of a goat, I believe. So if I remember right, all over his body. So.
Oh yeah, I just remember like he was like a beast, a hairy beast.
Yeah,
and he accompanied him on like an epic journey, Epic of Gilgamesh. I wonder if he really did find his body in Iraq in 2003. Pretty crazy.
The government when he took over.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Going back to your encounter here before we continue, but let's catch up with the comments really quick. We like to interact with everyone out there and try to say hi and show love to everybody. If you don't mind. Javon Coachell 24/7. Good evening, Don and Darren. Also Johnny.
Hey, what's up?
Little Wolf C13.
Okay,
Hi, Don. Hi, Darren. What's up, Little Wolf? Cosmic Ascension. Hey, what's up, Cosmic Ascension? The Siege Willie. Hey, what's up, brothers?
Hey, what's up, Willie?
Z Sun Dragon. He says hi, Darren. Hi, Don. Hi, Utah. And he's showing love to everybody. Oh, thank you, Z Sun Dragon. Yep. And then Spiritual Ascension says Inky is a part of Yahweh Collective. Oh, yeah, interesting. It's not Najone. 4320. Hi, Darren.
Hey,
Hi, you. The Cedric Willie. Okay. Hey, it's cool. Say what's up to each other in chat. Thank you guys. Let's see here. Cosmic Voice will do my best bit to be blocked here. Okay, right here. So, spiritual ascension. Raphaim had 6 fingers, products of the fallen Nephilim lineage. Yeah, and to throw another wrench in there, like according to what some of our stories goes, that the men and the woman, they got into a disagreement, and then the men went on the other side of the Colorado River, the women were on the other side, and as they're having their disputes, as time passed, the ET came down to both sides. We call them holy people, and they ended up making those giants, those 6-fingered giants, and they made their own monsters, the men and the women, with the ET. So they had those 6-fingered people, and then they went to war with them because they were really vicious, and they also could do more magic than us with 5 fingers. So that's just another one for the viewers out there to throw another open another can of worms. Let's see here. Let's see. Z Honey Stoney from TT, brother. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. TikTok world's flooding in over here. That's how I met Johnny. It's from TikTok. Let's see here. They can take my mod. I'll take. Okay, but yeah. Let's. So when you first seen the Sasquatch, that was the first thing you heard, huh? Was the chattering, and then did you say the baby? It sounded like a human baby, huh? When it was crying.
Yeah, it was crying, like, you know how you get after a child and just like a child would cry and run to its mother and its arm. That's how it was crying. Yeah, and that the father of the Bigfoot was just doing that chatter, and it was crazy. It was a sight to see and a sight to hear too as well. It was something you don't see in everyday life, walk of life. It was very unnatural.
All right.
But anyhow, let me finish. When we saw that, then within that next month, then it was spotted down in the San Juan River up there by Bloomfield and all on the reservation. Those things migrated. They do migrate. They do follow water, the path of the water, because everything needs water. So it was on the news, on the news down in the Farmington Channel area.
So how did this first encounter end? How long did you guys watch these creatures?
We watched them for about a good day. We stood there and for a good maybe 12 to 15 minutes. We just listened and watched them. Yeah, we watched them for a minute. Yeah, it was scary. It just gives me goosebumps right now because it reflects back that.
I was just gonna say that too. Just hearing that just gave me the chills too. I was just gonna say that when he brought that up. I just got the chills right now just hearing that. So, explain to us what these things were doing. What were they up to? Were they just having a?
I think they were just bedding down for the night and the follow, because in that area is where up back on the other side of the river. On the other side of the mesa was where all the deers migrate to for the winter time. And this was pretty much in the late fall, right after, it was about November, right around November when it was starting to snow and get cold. And so
it explained. Were you guys looking down at them? I have a feeling for whatever reason.
Yeah, we were on top. Yeah, we're about they were probably about no more than 80 feet from us. Down below us.
Wow.
That's
something. It's been a while since you heard people actually observe them. Usually it's just like for 10 seconds,
briefly.
But this is a couple of minutes.
It's crazy because when the father would stop talking when doing that gibber, he kind of looked up in the air and he was like sniffing, and I was like, I had my scope on him, looking. and with the moon being full bright, you can see the eyes glow and stuff. All you can see is black, just pure black silhouette. Just, but you can see the outline of the shadow because of the moon. And he can. And I was looking through my scope, and I was just like observing that. And I told my cousin, I told him as quietly as Papa, shut up, be quiet, listen to the what, listen. But he was tugging on me. He was tugging on me, saying, let's go. And he was scared. I mean, he was scared. And I was just in a maze. I wasn't scared or nothing. And I had, and I'm a very confident, and I hunted big games, elk, mule deer up in the Colorado mountains, up in the Utah area. And I hunted coyotes too as well. So, so
tell me one more thing. Was there a female Bigfoot among the group?
Yeah. Like I said, there was the mother was just squatting down on it, just squatting down, and then the father was standing up.
Now, how would you know that was a female?
Because she had a breast she had a breast. You could see the breast when the kid was up against the mother. You could see him. Yeah.
Wow.
It was
a lot of people would give up a lot of stuff just to be there and observe these Bigfoot for a couple of minutes, like you guys did. That's really that is really rare, really rare. So tell us how did this encounter end? Like what did you guys just slowly just creep off?
Oh yeah, we watched it, and then my cousin was scared. He was pulling me. He was about the birds of crying to pull me away. He said, "Let's go." So we said, "Okay." So we just backed off really slow, trying not to make any noise possible, and walk and fast walk to the car and got in the car, and we took off. We left. Wow. And he was scared. He was in the car. He was scared. Did you see that? He was just rambling on and just like, "Oh, I'm not going back in the dark. I'm not going out there with you." I'm like, wow. He was scared. I mean, it shook him up to the core to where, like, within the next couple of weeks, he was like, "Man, I'm having nightmares and seeing those things, and I hear them in my head, and my voices in my head." They were talking. And I told him, I see him too. I see him in my head, and I hear him talking. And I said, what kind of language is that? I said, I have no idea.
So,
and then go ahead.
What did you think when you heard the samurai chatter? What was that like when you first heard it? Like,
well, before, a lot of Native Americans, they thought it was like the Anasazi talking, spirits, ghost spirits, stuff like that. But when I found the Ron Moorhead, searching and heard him come upon that in the Sierra Nevada mountains, it was just the same chatter, everything was the same.
Wow.
And the language.
Yeah, I know it.
It's pretty
cool.
Encounters
of Bigfoot, and it always puts a smile on my face when when people say, like, they explain the how, and then you say, like, that exactly what I heard. That I heard. I had my encounter with two of them, and every once in a while you hear someone come up and encounter and do the exact same howl that I did. For the Creek Devil episode. That just always puts a smile on my face hearing that. And it's
especially when they talk too, it's like they shake their head, but they make that noise though. But yeah, I understand what you mean. It's cool. I like it. Like, dang, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But there's another thing you guys were talking about, those red-headed giants with this 6 fingers, 6 toes, 2 rows of teeth. Those are actually real up there, other side of the west side of Salt Lake City at the Goshi Reservation up there in the mountain. The northern Utes, like I said, Fort Duchesne, the northern Utes, the northern Utes, and the Ghost Utes and the Cheyennes, the northern up there above Salt Lake, right there. And
they went to war with them.
We went to war with them, and the Navajo, some of the Navajos that were in the area too. Right there in the Salt Lake Valley, they were actually, those were cannibalizing the Native American children, the women, or whoever they could get to eat them. And But anyhow, all the Native American tribes band together and followed them to the cave, which the cave is called Lockwood Cave. And so they followed them there, put a lot of firewood in front of that cave and smoked them out, and they died from inhalation until a ranger came by and found that cave and found all the bones, and they covered it up. But a lot of the Native Americans know about that story.
Cave.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Winnemucca.
yeah,
Yep. Near Winnemucca, Nevada.
yeah.
Mhm.
But those are hybrids. Those are hybrids of the Nephilim. I mean the Anunnakis and Anunnakis mated with the females here on Earth. That's where you get the hybrid called the Nephilim. But other giants too as well.
Yeah.
But they survived
further.
the flood.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they survived the flood. So they have no magical powers or nothing. They just giants from the offspring of that. And those are the ones that are locked up under the Euphrates River for Anunnakis, which in religion they call fallen angels, but they committed the ultimate sin. So so they're locked up and they'll be released at a due time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From what I hear, it's getting pretty close. So.
Go ahead there. Yeah. And to like throw in can of worms to that whole deal, the Southwest area, like different pueblos, like there's stories of the giants, like the Six Fingers also intermarrying with some tribes, and also helping them teach them like different versions of astrology, alchemy, like different mystical teachings. So different tribes here in the Southwest, they have their own versions of things, and everyone has stories, even down to the clans too. Like there's a few clans where they have they can trace back to the giants, like especially my wife, she's Yei Dene, so the giant clan that back in the day they intermarried within our tribes while all the other tribes were at war with them. They came and seek refuge with the Navajo the old days. There's a couple of clans that come from those giants, so they said those people that have those clans, they're really gifted in the supernaturally as well. So that's just another can of worm to throw into that, But real quick, let's catch up to the viewers real quick. Darren, as we're catching up, if you have any questions, go for it. But let's catch up. We're getting behind on the comments real fast. Jason Finch, what's up, Jason? Says, what's up, brother? Jason? Co-host Darren says, what's up, Utah? And then, oh yeah. Okay, we got nice. I like how everyone's chatting in the chat box, which is always cool. Michelle Wolfong. Hey, Michelle Wolfong. Good evening to you as well. Let's see here. Okay, chatter. You were probably downwind of them. Oh, right when you said the Sasquatch was sniffing in the air. Did he make like a tongue pop? Because I heard stories of them sniffing the air and then they flip their lip to their nose, or they make the pop too, just to sniff the air.
I did not see that. I don't think they do that. Like a lot of them say they do like a gorilla. I think that's all fabricated, but I didn't see that when I was looking through my scope. He just put his nose up and sniffing, and you can see his nostrils flaring out because they got really, really big nostrils and big nose.
Yeah.
So you could see.
He looked like native. It was dark. It was pretty dark.
It was dark. So you could see the outline, but I wish it was the sun or something was out.
Yeah, you did mention the eyes. What was the eyes? The
eyes was glowing because how the eyes glow.
The moon.
Yeah. What color did they glow? Well, I'm kind of curious about that.
They were red. They were red.
Oh, like a nocturnal, kind of like a cat, huh?
Yeah.
All of them.
Because it was different. Because because I said, I hunted coyotes and varmints at night, and when you put the spotlight on their eyes, they have a yellow, red, or a different color of light. And so this one it was red, but it was because of the reflection off the moon light.
Wow.
These
Now, were
real
all
quick.
of their eyes red,
Oh.
or was it just one? They all,
Say that again. I mean,
were all their eyes glowing red?
I was more focused on the father
The big one.
and
Yeah.
the big one because yeah, I was more focused on him because the mother and the baby, they will not come attack you. It's mainly the father, the male.
Mm,
It's that just
yeah,
natural. That's natural.
that's I keep hearing everyone's account like that when they see multiple Sasquatches together. They're not paying attention to the mama and the baby. They're looking at the bigger one. They're like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
I'm not like that." That one, they don't even matter. But that big one,
Yep.
everyone's eyes stuck
Uh,
on that one, and
And
then
I
they
was
can
a big
remember how
dude.
big the eyes are. Yeah, yeah. So
how if
I
you're gonna
don't
give us
blame you for. Uh,
if you're
go
gonna
ahead,
give us
Dan.
a height and a size of this thing, what would you say how big this thing
Man,
is?
I'm very good. This was about probably I would say between 8 and 7.5 feet. 'Cause, I know my height, and man, this thing was huge. It was
Uh,
huge. It looked like a goddamn
Wow.
coke coke machine. Why?
wow.
It was huge. It
Wow.
was
Oh
very yeah.
man. Yeah, that's bigger than the refrigerator, man. That's a Coke machine.
Yeah.
Jeez, a running
Uh,
Coke machine. That's
Now,
pretty
did you ever
cool,
go back to
man.
this place, or
Oh no, no, I
no?
never went back. I never thought about going back at all. But then, like I said, later on, I heard it was down between Bloomfield and Kirtland, and eating up the Native American produce when they go for
Nappy.
the fall.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you were
that
saying that you live next to that Skinwalker Ranch. What's the history of that? What does the people say? The local people say about this
well,
area?
I talked to my nephew, my sister's son. He played softball up there. He goes up to the softball tournament, and not too long ago, maybe I just talked to him last year, and he said 2 years ago, he said he was up there with some friends in a jeep, and they're out riding around, and one of the natives, uh, one of his friends that um, play on the softball on a different team up there, that is from Fort Duchesne. They took him out there to close to Skinwalker Ranch and said when they went close to it and they turned around and started going back, they said something came over a hill. I was on the phone with him. He said like a big, tall, gray, alien-looking thing with long arms, long legs, and
Huh.
gray. He said that headlight of the Jeep, the light shined on it, and he said came running after them. They were yelling, screaming, saying, "Go, go, go!" They were saying, "Go, go!" They were taking off. And I said, man, tell him, draw me a picture of it so, I could, and
Right?
screenshot it and send it to me, And I've seen a lot of those kind of big old tall aliens, or extraterrestrial beings like that out there.
You,
But those are the gray aliens, or they have nothing because the Anunnakis look like us, human beings, but they're much taller, they're giant.
what? So you're telling us did I hear that right? You've seen aliens too?
tall
Is that what?
alien being.
Is that?
Like the
Huh.
one they seen in Vegas, that family. They said they saw
Yeah,
tall alien rays.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And then,
Oh,
yeah,
So
go ahead.
did he ever send you that picture or drawing of what they seen?
No, he hasn't. And then in this past November, I texted him. I told him to send me a picture. He said he's been working on it, but he's been busy working. So when he gets to it, he'll send it to me. He said so.
Nice. Wow.
man.
They got a lot of action out there, huh? So Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah. That's why it's infamous for a reason.
Yeah.
There's
So
the story I heard about that Skinwalker Ranch where like when the Utes attacked the Navajo, all the medicine men came together and had a meeting, and then they all put like a huge hex, opened up a portal basically at that place, at that mesa. And I guess they made it where no one can be there. They can't go there to their holy place to do worship or ceremony or something like that. So they went and placed a hex on the Ute land. And every now and then I think it's probably a part of initiation. They have to go all the way up in there and make sure that that portal is still open and operating, and the level of high strange is still going on, and they still place curses there. And I'm not surprised if multiple tribes do that as well, because I've been hearing some pretty crazy stories of that too. Multiple tribes going to other tribal lands and placing curses on another tribe. So that does happen. So that's one of the things I've heard, the reason why the high strange goes on. And it's underground base too. There's like a big old uh UFO in that mesa. That's one of the things I've heard as well. But who really knows? Who really knows? Real quick here, let's catch up to our comments. K Native guy, what's up, y'all? Have you heard of the Bigfoot like cryptid called Susimito? Susimito? I learned about that playing a Tomb Raider game recently and found out they're in the jungles of South America. Oh, El Sisimite. That there's one like that, El Sisimite. Then there's another one. There's like 3 different variants that they have down there in South America. And one of the 3 things that they have in common that the locals say down there is don't whistle. Don't whistle at all. And don't wander around at night, because these things will take you. And one of them is friendly. The other one is 50-50. And the other one is basically, nope, he'll take a female. If he sees a female, he's going to take it for reproduction purposes. And he'll throw rocks at people. He even beat up a dude, throw him around like a doll if you encounter him in the jungle at night. So there's 3 different variants, but heck yeah, K Native. Yeah, I forgot about that. And let's see here.
Yeah, they were placed.
Thank you guys. Let's see here. Najoni Yeja. Okay. Whoops. Yeah. Oh, looks like we got a touchdown Seahawks. Crazy Coyotes over there. And let's see here. Sunglass. Oh, she said, I guess she didn't finish it. Stoked K Native guy. I'm from Central America. They call them Sisimite. Don't know about it being from Tomb Raider. That's cool. Let's see right here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Cedric Willie, the Bigfoot I might have seen had red eyes. Yeah. The Bigfoot I seen was giving off amber eyes. So I guess it depends on what kind of spotlight you have. It'll reflect back. So yeah, I heard like a family group of Bigfoot in Black Mesa area. They're crossing the road. They're all with red eyes, just cruising around in the forest. And let's see here. They're about 4 or 5 inches apart. Jeez, huh?
Yep.
That sound scared me. Okay, so oh yeah, right here she says aliens. it's not Z Stoney. Oh, she changed her name.
Aliens, yeah.
Aliens. We need Darren to grow the hair out into
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Let's see. Cedric Willie, what about the huge black wolf in Skinwalker Ranch? Oh, have you guys heard about that? Like a werewolf, or they call it the Skinwalker? Mr. Utah.
I just heard that on the on the TV shows, but I haven't heard that from any of the natives or family members up there in Fort Duchesne on the reservation. No members. Just Bigfoot and UFO, and my nephew seen that big old tall gray looking extraterrestrial alien. That's the one that I've noticed. I've heard.
Oh, geez, we got a question here from Sunglass Grand Marquette J. She asked, no weird smell?
No weird smell at all. Like a lot of them would think they have weird. A lot of encounters, they say they have a weird smell, but like I said, they're below us and the wind blows up when you're on a ridge or on the edge of the cliff or something. And we smell anything. But the only scent, cover scent I had on was the skunk cover scent, So, but other than that, the wind was blowing coming up, and I didn't smell it. Didn't have a smell, so I didn't smell nothing at the time.
Yeah. And usually, like, they'll give off the smell once they feel like when another presence, or if they're excited, they give off the smell.
Yeah.
There's different smells between a woman and a female, I've been hearing. And I've smelt the sweet smelling one near a Bigfoot hotspot in White Mesa, Arizona. So, I really do believe that the smell does play a part in between male and female.
Oh yeah,
Cosmic
yeah.
Voice 33. Yep. Cosmic Voice 33 says Coke machines are definitely definitely interdimensional. The running Coke machine, man. Let's see here. I think the dark fallen spirits can show themselves as these different forms, grays, etc. Oh man,
Yeah,
we have known of a trickster spirit that can take any form, and his favorite form to take is Sasquatch. So that's from some tribes. They know that they can separate Bigfoot and the shapeshifter, the trickster, because the trickster travels in an orb. He jumps in portals. He can take shapes of a human, but he favors Bigfoot for some reason. So could be trickster spirit. Could but some tribes believe that Bigfoot is physical. Some believe that he's interdimensional, but who really knows? No one's really the expert in this. Um, Cosmic Voice 33, what is your opinion on the face pillars in Amazon? Oh, yeah. I can't remember how to say it in Spanish, but I can hear it. I think that's like a higher like a higher advanced human beings, because they were man-sized and they were speaking Spanish. There was two of them. One was speaking like a native Spanish in that area in the Amazon. Then the other one, the lady, the survivor, she called the gringo because he was speaking Spanish kind of broken, and he sounded like a Caucasian guy. And they had masks on, and they were in jetpacks or type of like deals. So they were like kidnapping people, the locals in the Amazon jungle. It's a pretty interesting story right there.
Wow.
See,
That
Native guy. Go ahead.
I just looked that up
Well,
too because that's the first time I heard about that face pillars.
oh, really?
Oh, it's out there in Brazil, somewhere Peru.
Yeah. Amazon. Interesting. Very
Yeah,
interesting
I gotta
stuff.
look that
Right?
up definitely.
Yep. And Native guy, I read those things that you mentioned about Sisimite. Oh yeah. Okay, it says the Johnny is getting ready to eat. Darren's making me thirsty as usual.
Oh shit!
I need to drink
Somebody
some
get their
water.
energy up.
No, man, I'm just talking away. I need a drink too. I'm just talking away.
Same
Okay,
here. I
let's
need
see.
Coca-Cola.
Jack and Coke playing. BCast 33. There's tribes that say when a male Bigfoot gets a certain age, he gets taken by the star people for a while. Whoa.
Lucky him, huh?
That's a worm
Well,
right there. I
I,
like that.
yeah, I got my well, the Anunnaki know about them, and they were trying to make slaves out of them. They're trying to make humans with Bigfoot, but they, like Inky said, it was ambulance. It just wouldn't work out. So the Anunnaki, I think the Anunnaki follow them with the orb, chase them down, and then a lot of people say that they're orbs. They see orbs with Bigfoot, or and then or the orbs take them because people would follow the Bigfoot tracks, and then the tracks would just end, like something took them, or and they'll like Donovan from Donovan, that Navajo ranger. He said they followed the tracks, and then it just stopped, and so they traced the foot track and the foot tracks back, and it's like something dropped them off, and something took them again. And so I think, they are taken by the orbs, or, they taken for some reason. They are taken or tracked down. The orbs, you see people talk about orbs flying around in the forest, or, or out in the valley looking for them. So I believe that they are hunted or taken by the Anunnakis, because the Anunnakis is the one that brought them here to see if this planet was inhabited, so if this planet was able to sustain life.
Mhm.
So that's my
I got,
research on that.
I got, yeah, and I got something to add to that as well. As far as Bigfoot, I never seen orbs around him. I seen orbs. Like I was chased by an orb, and that wasn't fun. I don't run from many things, but that orb made my ass run. I was like, "What's that?" I seen it dancing on top of the mesa, and it was coming down the mesa because we're standing in front of the mesa. Then it started flying towards us, and boom! I was the first one to run. I left all my younger cousins behind. They all started running. But you know, that's not fun because once the orb hits you, it'll knock you out and you won't wake up till 4 or 5 hours. That does happen. And but to add to the UFO and Bigfoot enchilada, if you will, um I was on this area that I took Tyson last year during the summer. So that area that I took him is really, really high strange area. There's Bigfoot that crosses, and there's a nests as well that we found, and there's a cave that he dwells in. And he crosses from Navajo Mountain to Inscription House to White Mesa. Then he can go down to Kaibito or down to Wildcat Peak. So he travels everywhere as well. He moves every 2 weeks. He moves. And I was on this hot spot around 3 in the morning with my German Shepherd, and she is very quiet, man. It was just really quiet ass night, really quiet. And we're making our way back to the car on this trail, this Bigfoot's trail. And as we're walking back, the uh, the whole ground lit up as I was walking with the dog on the trail, looking down. The whole ground lit up like it was orange, like the sun came out. The whole, like I don't know how to explain it, you guys, but it was amazing. And I looked up, I was like, "Oh man, is an asteroid coming? Is this the end?" I looked up, and then I saw like a giant ball, like a gigantic, if like Square Butte, Kaibito is right here. This gigantic ball was larger than Square Butte, probably about a mile in diameter, and it was like its sun. It was like orange. It was hovering there. It was like, WTF, and then it just disappeared. So I don't know if that ship was watching me. I don't know if I was taken. I don't. I might have. I think I was missing hours because I didn't get home till 4 in the morning, near 5. And when I was turning the road going back to Kaibito, we used to live there into the community. I looked to the left, and then I seen Square Butte again. This time I was like 6, 7 miles away from Square Butte, and I seen that gigantic ball light up again. And then it was lit. It was lit up for a while. I was traveling 100 yards down the road, and I was looking at it, and I should have got my phone out. I was looking at the dog was looking at it, and I was like, "Are you looking at it, girl?" And then it just disappeared again. And I asked Will Jevening, my mentor, and he said that they could be interested in the same thing. They probably came down to take a peek at Bigfoot. Maybe they want to capture one. Maybe they're studying him too. There's a lot of speculation behind that, and that's one of the strange correlation stories that I got with investigating a Bigfoot hotspot and then a UFO coming in. And after that, my family made me not go by myself anymore. And yeah, so
Well,
That's
it's a
probably
weird
the
feeling,
smartest
but
thing. Never, yeah, when you go out, never ever go out by yourself. You know, you could
mhm.
encounter Bigfoot, UFO, or something. This planet's pretty wild for having a lot of mysterious beings or objects come about in
Yeah,
the day at night.
yeah. I
well,
think it was just one of those nights where I was like, I want to go. I want to go out. I'm gonna go check out. Check this place out again, see if there's anything going on. I just had a feeling, like something was telling me to let's go, come out. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
Maybe I got probed. I don't know. Who knows? Who really
yeah.
knows? Um, we got let's see here. Okay, well, we got lost. Let's see here.
it's not
Okay,
honeystone.
uh, it's not. It's not Z Honey Stony. How long are you going to be live, Miss Z Stony, Z Honey Stony? We're going to be till 9 o'clock. Cosmic Vibe 33. Nice vibe here, boys. Oh, hey,
Oh yeah.
appreciate Cosmic Vibe. This is a place
Thank
for
you.
everybody. Thank you. K Native guy Timothy Alberno is the guy who did recent investigation on the face peelers.
Yeah.
I know the cara part. I can't remember the peelers part in Spanish, but the cara, yeah, that's the first time I heard it. That girl 84. Hi
Hey, that
all.
girl.
Hello, that
Hey, what's up?
girl. Hello. And let's see here. Um, Sunglass, Grandma, Cat J. Oh, like the car was driving up on you, the cast of lightning, but no vehicle. Oh wait, we got lost right there. Wonder what part she's talking about. Oh, we didn't keep up with the comments. Sorry, Sunglass, Grandma Cat. I'm sorry. Yeah, Lee till 9. Uh, oh, it says, hey, what's up? Hey,
Hey, what's up?
Fabian. Where's he at? I didn't see his comment. Let's see here. Let's go check it out. Let's give him a shout out. Where is he at? While we're finishing up the comment, make sure if you can get a question loaded up there. I lost the comment section. Everyone's showing love tonight. That's what's
Yeah,
up, though.
yeah. There's a lot of action going on right there. I like it.
Yep. And let's see here. Okay, the face pillars. Let's see here. Getting right here. The journey is. Oh, okay, already read that one. All right, now we're catching up now. Okay, so it's another week coming upon us, guys. It's another week.
Mhm.
You guys know that ready for another week? Right here, Fabian Perez. Good evening, brothers, bros. Johnny Utah. Como estás, amigo? Yeah, we're doing good, brother. We're doing good. Glad to see you, man. Crazy Coyote 1313 from 1999 to 2017. I was stalked by a UFO in Arizona until I moved to Colorado. You man, jeez,
Guess they don't like
that's
Colorado, huh?
oh man. Say, hey, that's the Wendigo territory, probably. At Stoked, heard about those huge orange balls out in Mount Rema in Venezuela. They see white Nordics. Oh snap!
Mm.
So that could have been the white Nordics. What? That's another. That's another. That's another one. I heard of the Nordics, but to identify a ship with them, that's a good one right there. Thank you, Stoked. Appreciate that.
You guys ever seen the
Uh,
one that internet blew up a while back where the Nordics? Someone took a picture of a Nordic in a spacecraft. There's an open window. You can see the white Nordics, two of them
Hmm.
inside the spaceship.
I think so. This is the big head.
Yeah,
I
big head,
seen.
white Nordics.
Oh, okay. I think I gotta check that out. I
Yeah.
seen some of them. Yep, I seen the aliens with the huge old eyes. I seen that one. Sunglass Grandma Cat. Don't go alone at night, or do not take children in the dark with you. Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. And don't whistle at night. You know.
Don't make the child whistle at night, neither. BCast 33. When Hillary Clinton's emails were leaked, she was emailing someone
Yep.
about the location of Gilgamesh's tomb. They called him the master of animals. Jeez.
Yeah, I heard about that too. I seen that email.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. At Stoked Pila Caras. Pila Caras. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you. Look at it. I think I need some glasses, guys. Lucien Diaz, 8471. Day off the topic. What does it mean when a spirit knocks 3 times on the door at 3 a.m. for 3 nights in a row? Scariest experience ever. Oh man, that sounds like death. I'm glad you didn't answer it.
Yep.
Who knows? It could be death. I don't know.
Don't follow the dead.
Crazy. Do you guys know anything about that, Darren in Utah? Any spirit
Yeah.
knocking
Well,
at 3?
yeah, that's they say that's the witching hour, but don't ever open the door because you free to let the spirits in. Spirits,
Yep.
they it says that we live in a firmament, which is a glass dome, and they're the spirits, not even our spirits, can leave this glass dome that we live in. So all the spirits that when life was created here on Earth, people that passed on are still here, walking and roaming the Earth. That's why now that we have cameras, security cameras, and we catch dark spirits, people catch dark spirits, dark figures, ghosts and ghosts in hallways at the hospitals or in an apartment complex or people's homes when they have security cameras linked up. Spirits they don't go nowhere. They have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Don't
Yep.
ever,
And
when
then,
you
like,
hear something like that, don't ever open the door.
yep. Don't ever. Chris Soto says, "Hi guys, all the scary stuff happens in those dark AM hours." Yeah, especially like I noticed that Sasquatch in Kaibito, he does wood knock at 3 in the morning, right at 3 for some reason. I don't know. Sounds like someone's hitting a home run at that time when everyone's quiet. Like, damn. But yeah.
Midnight baseball.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
Oh, we got someone keeping the score with us. Ooh, Seahawks 29, Patriots 7, fourth quarter, 4.5 minutes left. Well, congratulations, Northwest. Let's see here.
Hope everybody's having fun. I guess I don't know, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, someone says, "You cursed the Patriots." Someone gushed you there, man. Someone put a hex on them is what he means. I think it's very possible that the physical UFO we see are from the Atlantis.
Oh,
So
But-
definitely. Yeah, I think they do have underwater bases still.
yeah.
Reading Glass Dawn. I don't know, man. I might give the hot library vibes if I do get glass. I'm just playing.
Yeah. Yeah, these.
What were you gonna say?
So yeah, these aliens, man. There's a whole. You can go an entire lifetime talking about them and still not exactly get the full answer. There's so much possibilities. It's endless. It's amazing. There's I think they have like 32 documented aliens, species, I guess. Yeah, and have so many different ships and all that stuff, dude. It's bananas. It's crazy. But
yeah, definitely, most definitely. We got Native guy here. There was recent testimony given by witnesses of the red eye aliens of Virginia, Brazil. Their government presented them, and I believe they updated the documentary on that Prime. Ooh, we definitely gotta check it out. The Prime, man. See here. BCast 33, 3 knocks, DoorDash, 4 knocks, cops. 6 knocks, Jehovah's Witness. Cosmic Voice 33. It's not a glass dome, it's the 8th spear. Could call it like a hell realm. The dark spirits come from it. Lower astral, you call it too. It surrounds and interpenetrates the earth.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty good information right there. I like that. Sunglass Grandma Cat, just never answer the knocks. If you're not expecting anyone, check your phone first. Yeah. Take a bunch of salt with you so you can go, throw it in the face. No, just playing. Let's see here. Cedric Willie, you look like Delphine from Scooby Doo. Cheekies. I'm saying that, man. I was just playing. Okay, so you caught up with the comments. Now let's move the topic a little bit to Yanni Gloshi's Skinwalkers. We can say Skinwalkers here. This is not TikTok. But we can say Skinwalkers here. So Mr. Utah, could you lead us into your earliest memories of encounters or any information that you know of them and about them for the viewers and listeners out there that have no idea about the topic? Please, thank you.
Skinwalkers, called shapeshifters. People that take on another being, be an animal. But anyhow, like I said, I was coyote hunting and I helped a lot of the Native Americans that have livestock. And so I was down on the San Juan River um, in the early spring, and it was just coming out of winter, you know. And so I was out there hunting coyotes, and I was on the ridge again. And you know, San Juan River has a lot of brushes, you know, and of course the San Juan River, and so I was walking on top, and you know, like I said, I had my scent cover on or whatnot, and had my camouflage on. And this was about 11, between 11 and 12, between 11 and 1 o'clock, somewhere around in that area. I wasn't really keeping track of time, but I knew it was 11 o'clock, you know, past 11. So I was walking and walking on the ridge, and I was just looking down, because sometimes, you know, you could see coyotes, you know, trotting or, you know, moving through the brushes and whatnot. And so I kind of sat and set up, and I was going to blow my coyote howler, trying to bring in a coyote on this ridge. And lo and behold, before I was going to blow on my coyote howler, I saw this coyote come trotting. You know, I looked into my scope again on my gun. I had a 22 250, you know, the best varmint rifle you can get. Had a Leopold scope on there, you know, $1,500 Leopold scope. My 22 250 was a Remington, and it was bored out, you know, it was fluted, and I had everything all blueprinted, my scope, and you know, even my rifle, and I had it balanced out, you know, everything. And I had a tripod on it, you know, had it camouflaged out. And this gun was top of the line, and every way you can get a rifle. Anyhow, I saw this coyote trotting. It was pretty big size coyote, bigger than your normal bony, scrawny coyote out there on the reservation. And so I was watching. I said, "Holy cow, it's a big ass coyote, man! It's like a wolf, you know." And so I was watching it, and then coyote goes into this dirt hole just left of me a little bit, you know, not too far. I was on a ridge. He was probably about maybe 50, between 50 and 60 yards from me, right below me. And he went to this dirt hole with big old brush that was sticking out. You know how down by the river they have the brush, big old, I don't know what kind of brush, but big old brush. And he went to this hole, big old hole. I thought that was his den. So you know how when coyotes go, or a dog go into like a dog house, or a dog goes into a hole, and he turns around, and it's big enough for him to turn around and stick his head out, you know, and just lay there. And so I was waiting for him to stick his head out, and I had, you know, my gun right at the entry of that hole for his head to stick out, so I can, you know, harvest this coyote. And I was waiting there looking through my scope, and man, I tell you, well, I almost looked, a freaking guy came out of that dirt hole.
Wow.
A guy came out. He was probably I would say, I don't know, but I would figure he's between his late 20s to his mid 30s. He came out of that dirt hole. A guy came out of that dirt hole. He wasn't scrawny, but he wasn't fat. He was, you know, a medium build. And so he came out of that dirt hole. And I almost pulled that trigger when I saw the head come out, but I thought it was, you know, the coyote's head coming out, you know, but it was black. And I was kind of hesitating for a minute, you know, like, and sure enough, that dude came up and stood up. A guy freaking stood up. I freaked out. Right now, I'm telling the story to you now, I got goosebumps. That is something that I've never seen. I mean, of course, you know, being Native American and stuff, and hearing all that, you had a glow sheet and the SkinWalkers out on the, you know, live on the reservation, and how they transform, you know, take on a coyote or something, they, you know, something like that. But man, that freaking guy came out of the dirt hole, man. I just freaked out. I was so shocked. That was something in my whole entire life.
How far off the beaten path?
Came out? Go ahead there.
How far off the beaten path would you say where you found his den at? Was it just off the side of the road, or a couple miles?
No. It was probably about off the main highway. I would imagine it was probably about a good half a mile from the main highway, the main actual paved highway. You have to, go on a little dirt road and whatnot. We have, of course, been on the base. We had trucks, so we were able to get over to a hill and then, hike down to, cliff and river bottom, Salmon River, and then, and whatnot, and all the brushes through there. But yeah, so.
You said around 11 or 1. Is this at night?
Yeah,
or?
No, this was in the afternoon. It was the daytime.
Afternoon.
Of course,
so it was
the daytime. Yeah.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah.
Now that just that's something to see
daylight.
even during the daytime. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, just got the chills
did he
talking about
have any clothes on, or did he have like a loincloth on to cover his privates?
Yeah, he had a loincloth and a little coyote cloth. You know how the color of the coyote cloth kind of got that brown, a little bit of black and a bit of white. Fur.
Yeah.
He kind of had that on his back, kind of like a cape, and then he had loincloth around his hips and stuff. The coyote, of course, it's the coyote fur.
Wow.
Stuff around.
Man.
Wow. Was this a Native American or what? They have long hair. Male.
Yeah, he had his hair was to about his shoulder length hair, and it was Native American.
And have you ever think you saw this person again anywhere in this?
Man, I didn't care how he looked, or I didn't care. I mean, that scared the crap out of me. Yeah. I've seen that someone come out of the dirt hole. See a dog go to the hole and come out as a man. No.
I've been rubbing my eyes like, what? Wait, what?
My eyes opened up like a golf ball, and I was just like, oh. I mean, it just when you see something like that, it just put chills, and you just you just have this crazy, overwhelming feeling that goes over you.
Yeah,
because you hear it by your grandparents, your grandfathers, and other people. If you had to go see, but they say skinwalker. That's it. But you never actually see something that actually changed form into something.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, definitely. Yeah. Man, I definitely got the chills off this. It's a simple, it's just a simple story, but that's the reality of just living on the reservation. You tend to see stuff like this, and you talk about it, you say you've seen a dog go in, then a man come out, like, dude, that's just not right. Freaking got the chills just talking about this now. But wow. But was this thing, did it have any paint on, or jewelry or anything like that? Shoes?
No jewelry, no paint on. Just that coin lock, and like I said, his hair was down by his shoulder. So
wow.
Oh man!
And I started looking into all this magical. Where do we get all the stuff from? And then, like I'm gonna mention now, that in religious terms they call it the 4 angels that's locked under the Euphrates River. So one of them has, one of them has the magic, or has the power of magic, illusion, and when you read into it more, they're the ones that gave us Native Americans all the herbs and how to live here on this earth, and also the magic. That's where you get voodoo, witchcraft, and those are all linked under the term of magic, and he had the term of magic. It's that one Anunnaki that's locked under the river. He's the one that gave the power of that to us. That's why he's locked up, because he went against.
Yeah, wasn't that also the art of seduction too, for the woman to put makeup on?
Put makeup on. There's the other. Learn how to mine the material from earth into iron, and make war, metal for war and stuff like that. All 4 of them, So
metalworking, man.
Well,
that's pretty good one. One time I used to hunt coyotes as well, and we're out by Kayenta one time, in between, right underneath Black Mesa, and there's this one huge coyote that came. This is the biggest coyote I ever seen, and the way it was coming, it was strange. You know, I was watching it on the scope, and my uncle was a spotter, and we're both watching how huge this is, and he's like, "Hey, Daddy, give me the gun. You know, give me the gun. This is a big one. I want this one." I'm like, all right." So I was just watching. We're just spotting. I was his spotter, and it stood on the hill, and it was really huge as a fat, and it was just watching us, and he's I'm taking it. I was like, "Go for it!" Boom! He shot, and the nothing. And he's like, "What the fuck?" You know, he said the WTF. My bad. And he took a shot again. The second one, nothing. And then he's like, "Hey, I got it, center mass." And the third one, boom, nothing. And this coyote just gets up on all four, looks at us, and he just cruises off, just gone. So he said
Wow.
he swears he put 3 rounds in that bullet or in that coyote, nothing. And that was the biggest coyote I have ever seen in my life. So who knows? Maybe it was a Yanny, you know, like, hey, this bullets ain't gonna do anything to me.
Yeah,
But
like I
yeah,
said,
it
like
go
I
ahead.
said, I used a Hornady B match with the ballistic tip on my 22 250, and when
Mm.
you shoot a coyote, I shot a coyote on a full dead run. That's how good a shot I am, and I shot this coyote, hit him right in the right between the in the hip and the
Mm,
stomach, and it just shred that in half. It just shredded him up. So yeah, so I used that a real high caliber bullet, that Hornady B match, the ballistic tip, and so
mm.
that's a very deadly bullet, not to mess
Um,
around with.
mm. And you also told me that you started tracking them as well once you got into the Skinwalker, knowing about it and being on the res. If you don't mind sharing that with us.
Yeah, I used to track. I'm a really well good tracker too. Like I said, I could say I tracked the elk, deer, mountain lion, hunted all those, and even so it's crazy because you could tell of different animals and how many footprints they have, and if you
Hmm.
shoot something, you can follow, trace the blood, and stuff like that, and it's
Hmm.
something else. It's really something when you're able to have that knowledge and acquire that skill to be able to go out there and track and to be able to
Hmm.
hunt. And so you have to be very aware, especially being out there on reservations where it's open. You got a lot of mountains, a lot of canyons. You got a lot of river, river washes. And there's a lot of animals, creatures, whatever that could be lurking under a boulder, under behind a slick rock, um, into a dirt hole. And there's so many possibilities of things that can happen. So you got to be very aware when you're out there in the wilderness.
Yep.
Hmm.
The,
Definitely.
yeah, it can go
Um,
0 to third world country out there in a matter of seconds if you're not aware of your surroundings. Especially out there in the
mhm.
wilderness.
Yep. Let's read
I
a comment
lost
right
you.
here. Uh, we have a sunglass grandma cat. She's right here.
Uh,
Yeah, saying that is interesting. Definitely
yep.
interesting. Carla Washington, 3069. Hello down there
Oh,
in Utah.
I lost you.
Najona Yeja says, I've only heard 2 knocks during the day on a window.
hmm.
Oh, interesting there. And Chris Soto at Lucien Diaz. I know that in Lukumi, aka Santeria, the number 3 is very much connected to the trickster, who is connected to roadways, but also doorways. Regardless, I hope you didn't open the door.
Oh, yeah.
Same here,
Yep.
Santeria. another interesting topic right there.
Yeah, going back to that topic, the knocking on the door and hearing the, spirits talk. I don't know. I mentioned this topic a while back too, of my father actually having the dead, knock at the door, and it was his friend that got ran over, and his friend wanted to knock on the door and asked my father, like, hey, let's go drink, let's go party, and yeah, my father, he's like, what are you talking about? You're dead, you're not supposed to be here. What are you doing? And the Navajos, we believe that the spirit lingers on this world for 3 days. 3 days on this world. They watch the living, and after that they ascend. They go. So that's one thing that he said too, is they actually went to a medicine man, and that medicine man pretty much told him, like, it's a good thing you didn't answer that door for that dead, because you would have died. It would have took you with them. So yeah, don't don't knock on the door. Don't answer the door. I mean, for the dead. So
yep, definitely. Chris Soto says just pointing out as one tradition. Obviously, there's other interpretations and beliefs. Definitely.
oh yeah.
And right here's the reaction from your Yana Gloshi story. Sunglass grandmas. For real, that's all had us.
Yeah.
And right here's another one right there. Owl 13. Hey, hope everyone's well today.
Yeah.
You as well, Owl. You as well. Let's see here. Oh yeah, keep it nice in the chat, everybody. Keep it nice. And she says,
Right.
"No way." And Miss Jenny Begay 1079. That's crazy and scary. Oh yeah, the Yana Loshi story. Cosmic Voice 33. Fallen Spirits. Yep. Azazel. Oh man, Rudolph Steiner talks about the fallen spirits of the darkness. Ooh, that's another good thing to listen to while I'm at work right there. And Chris Soto and the Jona Yeja, I've also heard tapping on my window, and I lived on the 3rd floor. What? Very creepy. It's like these boundaries, like windows and doorways, are powerful connection to points of spirits, especially mirrors too. I heard mirrors as well. Cosmic Voice 33, may I please ask why you guys shoot these coyotes for food? Mainly for people have livestock such as sheep. These coyotes will get anything they can, and it's kind of like keeping them in check. But as soon as you take out one coyote, the female will come in heat and will make more coyotes, because you'll never be able to exterminate the coyotes. The coyote is a very, very blessed creature from the holy people. He's given a very beautiful rug as such, or a rug, robe. We don't really have robes as human, but the coyote is a very blessed individual. And so we use it to for other people's livestock, and other people use it for hides. They work with hides as well. So on the reservation, we have to provide for ourselves in many different ways that people don't do in the city. And it's very hard living on the reservation, so we have to make use everything that we do on the Navajo Nation. So,
and
moving on.
we have some people that wear them and crawl out of holes right here. So that's one.
Yeah.
That's a good story right there, man. It's,
I have on that Yanagloshi one. I saw on a YouTube back in the early 2000s, late 90s, when the phones barely came out, and they had, there was some 3 or 4 Native Americans in the pickup truck on a reservation coming back from somewhere. Have you guys seen that? And they had an old video camera, the one that, the big old bulky one, and they were filming each other in the truck at night, and they were traveling somewhere on the reservation, and the camera turned to the road, and there was a freaking coyote, like can't say skinwalker because it's not a skinwalker, but it was like a dog standing up, but it had a color fur of a coyote. It was standing up on the side of the road like a werewolf, but it's not a werewolf. Have you guys seen that? Because I've seen that back.
I think it was a while back, huh? Like when
Yeah,
that came out. I remember seeing that in high school,
yeah.
and from what I heard was taken outside of Tuba City, Arizona.
Out of Tuba City, huh?
Yeah, that was what I got, and I know that back road too. It's a it's a long stretch between Tuba City, and it's a dirt road that goes almost. Oh man, it takes you on the road to Page. That road right there, Page
Right.
to Flagstaff. There's a dirt road that goes back there. From what I got, that's where that was taken from. So, yeah, I've been back. I've been on that road too, man. It's a long stretch right there, and wow, yeah, that's yeah, it was creepy. It's creepy stuff. It goes on the reservation, and that's why we're here. That's why we're talking on the radio about it and have a podcast. There's a lot of weird, creepy stuff that happens, and
Yep.
all we can do is talk about it and trade ideas. That's what we can do. And having you on, this is the first time I think I'm kind of got like wow, this conversation is going interstellar right now. So like, all right.
Yeah. Then Cosmic Voices. So are they a pest? No. They go after our livestock because the Navajo Nation, we have a lot of livestock. So everyone lives basically off of their livestock, what it really literally means. And these coyotes will attack sheep, chicken. They'll target farm homestead, and some people will have to try to do the coyote population in check. So the coyotes will move over the hills, move over that way, and then they will reproduce again. So, and other tribes use the coyote hides in traditional ways, like ceremonial purposes, and all Native Americans love coyote hide. So when you go in some houses, you'll see coyote hide, fox hide, cougar hide, what have you. We like collecting those as well, and we eat. And I don't know if anyone eats coyote. I don't think any. I've heard of any. I don't think I've heard anyone eating coyote.
Oh
But
no.
my first skinwalker wasn't a coyote pelt, and had coyote leg, and he had a coyote tail and paw, everything. So they definitely use it. So don't worry, Cosmic Voice. It's being used either way, one way or the other. Is being used.
plus, the state Plus the state has a bounty on them for like between $25 and $50.
Yeah, there's a bounty. Yeah, the Utah, Arizona, New Mexico. I don't know if Colorado, but the whole Western states. There's an open tag for them year round. And Skidder operator, hey, wood chipping sounds like knocking. He says don't chop wood at night. Every one of the shorts and videos, he always says don't chop wood at night. And he says coyotes kill livestock. Yep, it sure does. Mirrors, cameras show things we don't. That's for sure. Oh, yep. Okay. Oh, looks like Seahawks Super Bowl champion. Now we get Crazy Coyotes full attention now. Yay. Usually he has good answers or good questions. My bad. He has good questions. BCast 33. Do Utes practice skinwalking or is it mainly Navajos?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well, no, it's mainly because it comes from the Navajo side of it, and then the Utes will get that tradition, and the Utes will use the medicine man or dark medicine to be able to obtain the skinwalker ability. So it comes from both sides, and just learn it from one side and take it on the skinwalker.
What was that? Say it again. You kind of broke out again. Say that again.
I said they take on the tradition of skinwalker, like the medicine man, learning dark medicine and obtaining that knowledge, and then taking on that into a different tribe, like the Ute tribe.
Right.
But it maybe comes from the Navajo. The Navajos have that medicine. That
Yep. And one of our Zuni brothers, Kevin Beltran, he also seen a skinwalker on Zuni land. So I know every tribe has their own different forms. So different
yeah, they
tribe may
do.
have their own form of skinwalkers. Some tribes may not, you know, and some tribes do. And I chat a lot with Rodney over on Lodge Tales. So we talk a lot, and he's like, "No, we don't really have any of that stuff, but you know, there's just different ways that they use things, you know, but they don't really have black magic like that, such as shapeshifters and skinwalkers."
Yeah.
Um, Z Sun Dragon has hearts. Yeah, thank you, Z Sun Dragon. Crazy Coyote 13. Coyotes can bring a different mate back to its territory after its original mate dies. Oh yeah, then they'll
Yeah.
reproduce right away. Right away. 29-13. That's the final score. Awesome. Skittered operator. Different tribes keep secrets differently. Oh yeah. Then you got the Yazis here. We'll talk about everything. The Yazis aren't good at secrets. We're not good
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
secrets, and we're
Yeah.
not good at keeping peace. We'll cause trouble.
Yeah. And yeah, us Yazis, we breed like rabbits, so we're everywhere.
We're on a breeding contest: coyotes, rabbits, and Yazis. That's just
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah, the Aussies are all the way out there in China too.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, for real. In Japan now too. That was good. Skitter operator, Dogman. Oh man. Have you seen a Dogman, or have any heard of any stories in your neck of the woods out there on Dogman?
No, I haven't. Dogman is the same thing as a skinwalker. Like I said, remember
Hmm.
Derek mentioned the dogman was standing outside the road out there on the
Oh
reservation.
yeah.
That's a dogman. But the dogman comes. I think the dogman knowledge came from the Egyptians, from the what's that?
Yeah.
Anubis.
Anubis. Yeah.
Anubis. Yeah, that's where it comes from. I think we learned that from them because in the Grand Canyon there was a cave found by a white man who was looking for gold. He's traveling down the Grand Canyon, found this cave that housed 50,000 Egyptians. And the Egyptians been here um, as long as our ancestors, the Anasazi. And so I think they brought that knowledge and then obtained it from the Egyptians and Anubis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like the Aztec too, they have a dog-headed god. And
Mhm.
I can't for the life of me, I can't remember the name. But they say that Aslan could have been in the Great Lakes area. And then that path goes all the way down through the southwest. They say that Dogman is like a telepathic mind speaker. And then the Navajos, we call him the trickster because he played tricks on the first Navajo men and women. He taught them like the first art of shapeshifting, and he was very intelligent and very smart too. So they said that he can speak as well. That's one of the old stories that of Dogman.
Yeah.
Very, very
That's
creepy though. So there's
you,
interconnections and there's correlations. Go ahead, Darren.
yeah. There's one thing, with this dog man. You rarely hear any encounters with a man with a dog head. Like it only heard maybe a couple, one or two of them, where it's actually a human body but with a dog head. I think we talked about it. Man, who was it that had encountered with they're selling spice on an island or something like that? I forgot for the life of me. I can't remember the name of that explorer. But if anybody out there has an encounter with that creature, hit us up. We want to hear about it because I'm very curious about it also. So
Oh yeah. Darren's seen one too up close.
yeah,
And
that's
unfortunately he can't tell us if it looks like a lipstick or a rocket. We couldn't see below the waist. Just kidding. Oh, let me finish this comment real quick here. Oh, sunglass grandma cat. It's behind the gap area. Ooh, okay. Navajo Ace. Have y'all seen the Shiprock Security IHS
yeah,
cam? yeah, that man, he was gonna come on, but he backed out. But it's okay. Maybe he'll come on eventually.
What's the story on that?
Yeah. Oh man, I'll find his handle on TikTok, and I'll find his video, and I'll send it to both of you guys. He captured two couples shape shifting
Yeah.
behind IXS, and one of the dude, he put his arm down, and a fox left his arm, and then that security guard with him, he kept seeing that same fox over and over and over, and he had a bunch of crazy stories on Skinwalkers too, with working at IXS, and he I guess his job ran to get rid of him for posting that on Facebook. So he got in trouble. He took it off of Facebook, but it's on TikTok.
Got
I'll
you.
definitely send it to you guys for sure. You guys are gonna like it. This is crazy. Hopefully he's gonna come on. Hopefully, I really hope so. Skitter operator, the normal world we know is a tiny part of what exists.
Oh yeah.
Definitely,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
I mean, what is this world we're living in? You know, what is this reality? There's a lot of questions out there that need to be answered.
No, yeah, yeah. If you want to know the answer, man, just get some mushrooms. I'm just kidding. Bad advice. Bad advice. Skitter operator Shiprock has a weird feel. For real.
Yep.
For real.
Yep.
It's-
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie about that too. Yeah, dude. It's a weird vibe out there, dude. I'm not gonna not talk too much about the natives, the Navajos out there, but it's just a weird area. Just between Shiprock and Farmington. That place is just one weird area.
Especially the bashes too. Don't go into the restroom there. Don't go to the restroom there. I'm just kidding. But there's a lot of centaurs there. We're gonna be there end of this month, Shiprock. So Skitter operator, if you know a few things of a few places, please let us know. And so Darren and I can have some new nightmares. Sunglass Grandma Cat. No, I have heard older elders did, but not much known. They ate cougars and bobcats too. Oh yeah, if you eat a cougar, then you'll have cojones. You'll have bravery. You won't be afraid of anything, and even the skinwalkers will avoid you. They won't want none of you if you eat cougar meat, and you won't be afraid of death. Skitter operator, cougars eating good. what type of cougars are you talking about? I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Crazy Coyote
Oh, man.
13. Someone had to break a cougar joke in there. Who had to? Somebody had to do it. Crazy Coyote 13. Skinwalkers can't really leave the four sacred mountains. If they do, they get really weak. They can leave the four corners. I got stories from family out in Los Angeles, Seattle, Washington, Winnemucca, Nevada. I have a story in Winnemucca, Nevada, and yeah, so we do have encounters, and also a family member or a friend has a lot of skinwalker encounters in Phoenix, Arizona, and another one in Albuquerque too. So I think it's everywhere. I think if you're near another tribe, I think that's another conduit. That's like another borrowed energy source, possibly. I don't know. It's all speculation. BCast 33. Have you guys seen the dogman type creature captured in Amarillo Zoo? Yeah. Cameras several years back looks like a wolf standing on two legs. Yep. It kind of looked like Sonic the Hedgehog for me for a second. I was like, is that Sonic? Where's Nine Tails? Carla Washington. Don, if you find out who a skinwalker is, does it die? Eventually, yeah, 3 days, you have to tell everybody who they are, where they live, their identity. You have to reveal it. Yep,
that's what I heard too. You gotta confront them. From what I was told, you do that, and you can either take their life or take their power away from them. However you want to put mercy out. You have that.
my opportunity was crazy when I saw that coyote go in the hole and come out the guy. You know, I was about to pull the trigger. Now would that, and then if I got caught, then tried to explain, hey, you know, I just saw this guy come out of the freaking ground, and they went in there as a dog, came out as a human being. You know what those white men would say to me? I'm crazy.
Yep.
So it was a hard decision. Luckily, I did not pull that trigger.
Yep. There's actually an encounter. Yeah. Yeah. There's actually an encounter back at my house where a group of family, they a coyote was scratching at the the doors, the corral doors, and the man, he goes and shoots the coyote in the back. And the story goes is it runs in between a bush, and the man, he grabs the coyote by the leg, he pulls it out, and it's a man, top half of a man, and he's paralyzed from the spinal shot. And he actually called the police department. Now with the police department, and what they tell him to do is, shoot it again. He's like, no, I don't want to, because it's half man now. It's still a man, and there's a whole business about it. I have the family out there, but some people just don't want to talk about it, and I don't blame them, because that's a wild story that they have out there at the house. So, coyotes,
for their safety too. Yep. For their safety. Yep. For real. Yeah. So there's multiple ways you can end the skinwalker, and if you go back on other podcast or other episodes, I did share some of our stories that we were passed down on how to hunt the skinwalkers. Mainly because the family used to be skinwalkers. Everyone in Miami Valley area comes from family that knew how to do that, because we didn't sign no peace treaty. We didn't surrender. We hid in the canyons and played hide and go seek. Yep. Navajo Ace 1, Yazzie here. Yeah. Oh, another Yazzie.
It's spreading.
Oh, man. Civil War, man. Yazzies versus Bigay. There was a Bigay here earlier up there. Janie Bigay. I'm just playing. Crazy Coyote 1313. I've heard that laughter can neutralize skinwalkers' overwhelming fear. Yeah. Interesting right there. We'll note that down right there. Scooter operator, how do you laugh while you mess with your pants? What the heck? It's like like the Michael Jackson. I'm just playing. What? Marco Polo?
Yeah. That was the guy that had the encounter with the, I forgot what they were called, Cynocephaly, or I think the dog-headed
island.
Yeah, that's the guy right there.
Oh, Cynocephaly.
Yeah.
Cynocephaly. That was it. Feel free to jump in, Utah, if you want to share anything right now. We're just trying to catch up with the comments, and then we're going to wind down the show here. But feel free to share anything you want to let off your chest or anything like that. You're more than welcome. But
I was going to mention, I used to listen to Art Bell before he was the main podcaster back in the day.
Yep.
And I used to hear him. I think he had a Native American on once before, where they had skinwalkers out in the city. I don't know if you ever heard the episode, but I can very fondly remember. But yeah, he talked about someone. I can't remember if it was Salt Lake or Phoenix. Somewhere, one of the cities.
All right, I gotta look that up.
Phoenix has a law too.
Yeah,
Phoenix has a strange law where it's illegal for Native American men to gamble with a dog in the streets. So that's one of the weird laws in Phoenix. I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, someone's playing with the skinwalker, bro. It probably was in Navajo. Al 13-1. I know some of these bad curses are used in other tribes. One in far northern British Columbia, a lady had to see a healer and get bones removed from her. They were fish bones. Jeez. I've heard stories like that too.
Stuff like that too.
They blame the Navajo sometimes.
I seen stuff. I seen that too, man. It's a trip to see, the Navajo, medicine man do its work. It makes you question everything, man. Like, whoa, like what the heck? You guys just see that?
Yeah,
It's
especially when
amazing.
they take out the beer taps too. Like even the
Yeah,
ones from the bottles and the cans, they take it out. I'm like,
I
what?
I have
yeah,
That'd
one
be
that's
crazy.
crazy. I was young. I was in my teens, high school,
Uh,
and there was a ceremony, medicine man, of course. And this medicine, I don't know what the ceremony was about, 'cause and I, I'm Native American. I'm today, but I'm very well English spoken, very diverse in English, pretty much. But anyhow, watching the ceremony taking place, and he had a stick, probably about a foot and a half long. That it was painted on the, and it was a snake. He
mm,
carved the wood out of a snake, and had colored it, as a snake. And this person that he was doing ceremony with, and just before, it was barely daybreak, and they went out. And so I asked if I could go out and follow them. He said, "Yeah, go ahead." So I went out, followed them. They went to it outside. They walked, about maybe 300 yards from
hey,
Bogart.
Utah, could you rewind it? You're going in and out. I'm like kind of
Oh,
I catch a little bit, and then I don't really catch it. I'm like, wait, what?
oh, oh! I was saying that
Uh,
I was watching the ceremony happen, taking place, and the ceremony was for individual, a male, and he had a carving of a snake, painted like a snake, and
oh,
so and it was daybreak. The sun was very, it was daylight, and so I asked if I could go out and follow them, what they were going to do. So the guy was wrapped up in Native American blanket. Of course, the medicine man was too traditional. So they went outside and they walked about 300 yards from the Hogan, and they went out into they found a gopher hole, and the medicine man prayed and you know blew the flute, waved the medicine over the guy with the feather, and put that, did all that traditional stuff, and he had that snake in his hand, and he put that snake down by the gopher hole, and he prayed again and blessed it, told, I guess, told him to go on its way, and that snake from a wood turned into a freaking real snake and slithered
wow,
down into that hole.
wow.
Is that crazy or what?
Yeah, but it almost sounds biblical. Like where does that sound like? For
Moses
staff turns into a snake. Yeah, wow, that is amazing. But
and the
it,
Pharaoh.
it
Yeah.
yeah, ooh,
Uh,
man, that just gives me chills right there just hearing that, dude. Crazy.
That
it's,
that 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 is a dark magic right there. In that medicine man.
Wow.
Handed down
using
tradition.
snakes.
No,
Mm,
making that snake come alive and slid it down from a stick into a real snake going into that hole. Man, come on.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh
something.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Man. Yeah, like I've
wow.
heard stories where they would shove someone's belongings down in the snake hole or even in the ant hill just to curse people. So I don't know if that maybe is like similar, but
Yeah,
that is
I heard,
very, very dark.
I heard the same thing with tarantulas. Do the same thing with tarantulas. So, wow.
Jeez.
Oh
Man.
man, yeah.
Um,
I don't know about you, but this
yeah,
show is giving me chills, bro. Freaking love.
legit chills. It's
Yeah.
just legit. That's it's information that's for should be for everybody. Um let's catch up with the comments before we close out the show, guys. Navajo Ace One, can't wait till y'all down here. I'm for sure down to go. Bro, I
Yeah,
sent you
let's
my
go.
email. Email me so we can exchange numbers. So I sent my email out, but email again. So we don't mind having a guide around too. Um, Crazy Coyote 1313. Of course, Shiprock is weird because the flying monster is buried in Shiprock. Is why it's weird there. Oh,
Oh, oh,
I have an
oh.
in-law that worked at that generating station. I did too. Darren has as well.
Mm,
And when he was coming back from off a break, and he was walking back to the plant, he said he seen a huge pterodactyl fly right in front of him. It was like sideways. He said it had its wings out, and he said as it was flying around, it went wide the first time, and it came back around again. And he said it was flying like kind of like at an angle, and he said he seen it had like a little tiny thing on the back of his head, and it had a tail, and it had wings and little arms underneath.
Wow.
And the medicine man about that, he said it's because what they're burning and what they're extracting from the earth. That's the reason why. But could it be the ghost of the pterodactyl, aka Thunderbird, that is associated with Shiprock? Because that's where they said the old birds there would pick up Navajos and eat them up top until like the twin warriors killed the female or the male. I can't quite remember which one.
This is what I believe that happens. I believe that the extraterrestrial beings capture these other beings, like like the wolves, whatever creatures they have that we see, that people report them in, whatever creature. I think the extraterrestrial beings let them loose at night, let them roam around, and like you see on Discovery Channel and whatnot, where people are abducted and then placed back into their homes. They have a tracking device or a little metallic metal inside their leg or side of the temple or the arms, the forearms or the hand. I think they have the same implant, tracking device in those animals. So if they, let them roam around free, eat whatever deers, animals, cows, any livestock, or cats eat humans. I have pictures of. I don't know if I sent you any, Don. Those pictures where I said one of those people were abducted and then they were, like,
Oh yeah, they have
where
like
they
a
were.
little tiny dark thing in the X-rays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their eyes were cut out. The whole, the
Oh
tongue.
yeah.
Those pictures.
Mutilation.
The
Oh.
mutilation. Yeah, I think they are able to do that too as well. Humans are abducted for that. But I
Mhm.
believe that and then I think the spaceships they have a cloaking device so where we can't see them, but
I
they
think
also
they
let.
do too.
I
Yep,
think they
I
let them
see.
loose, and then like on the
Mhm.
reservation, the reservation is desolated. There's nothing looks like Mars or under Mars, planet Mars,
What was
all
that
red.
again? You're going in and out. Can't really say.
Oh,
Go back
oh,
in, please.
I was saying the reservation is like Mars, red. The planet is red. Mars is red. A
Yeah.
reservation is red with the sandrock and the sand, and it's desolated. Just like Mars. So I think they let them loose to roam them. Let them loose to roam around and not be captive inside the spaceship. So
Yep.
Yeah.
that's what I think they do. That's why we
Yeah.
see them at certain times, or we get lucky to see them. But like the
Yeah.
pterodactyl animal, the big old
Yeah.
giant wolf, um, skinwalker rats, other creatures.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
that would.
We're running low on time, guys. We're running low. Let's finish off the comments and we'll close out, guys.
All right. Let's go.
We're getting close to the end. Dinet Warrior 505. Hey, what's up, brother? What's up?
Hey, what's
What's
up?
going on? Double D's in Utah. Dinet Warrior 505. Yes, they can go anywhere. I had one come, but my room in the middle of Denver, Colorado. Ooh. Keep it on
Neat.
UFO. That's a good UFO topic here, man. That's for sure.
Yep.
BCast33. What is the TikTok handle for IHS video? I want to see it. Oh, BCast. Find me on TikTok first. I gotta find the guy's handle. I can't quite remember, but I know the profile how it looks. But message me. And Trina Yellow Horse. I'm back. Just got done watching the Super Bowl. Woohoo! Super Bowl. Seahawks won. I'm here now and watching the live show. Oh,
Oh,
thank you, Trina Yellow Horse. Appreciate it. Crazy Coyote 13 always. Build the Skinwalker, bluff a Skinwalker by shouting, "I know your name and know where you live." Definitely. I know where your head lays when you sleep. Sunglasses, grandma, cat. Yeesh, the explanation on it would be an outrageous thing. Wow, it would be crazy. Definitely, definitely. Navajo Ace One, dogs barking out here in Upper Fruitland right now. Jeez, make sure you have a recorder handy, bro. Crazy Coyote 13, I miss Art Bell. He was really
yep.
cool. R.I.P. Art Bell.
Yep.
R.I.P. Skidder operator, staying away from the San Juan River at night. Ooh, that's
So,
where we're
well,
gonna go at
yeah, I
night.
guess that's a
Uh,
challenge now.
Yeah. Challenge accepted. Sunglasses, Grandma Cat. Phoenix. Never knew that law here. Oh man, it was in the law. They maybe changed it. It was in the law books in 2011, 2012, around there. When I used to live there, I was like researching the law, weird laws in Phoenix, Arizona. Then that Warrior 505. A few times the Skinwalker went inside the Fire Rock Casino. They chased it out around. It ran around the building.
Oh,
Jesus,
well, the nuisance, huh?
security card that day. Maddie the Baddie. Hey, it's the main
Hey,
attraction,
what's up, man?
guys. TikTok. Hey, y'all finally made it
Hey.
to the live. Everyone's watching the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Everyone's saying, "What's up, Maddie?" Because Danae Warrior, her name was K. The Johnny Yaja. Wait, okay, that's the comments right here. All right, let's see here. The dragon bird is back to protect. Maybe the dragon bird back to protect Shiprock. Maybe, huh? I've been hearing they want to get into it. Carla Washington, down in there, and did you get a chance to meet J.C. Johnson? No,
No, sadly, no, I
no.
didn't.
It,
But
you.
wish I did. We had a nice conversation, especially out there with that dogman encounter out there in Farmington. So,
Jeez. Maddie the Baddie says they unalived the female and the young, but left the male Thunderbird. Ooh, so he's still alive, possibly.
Yep.
Very possibly. Crazy Coyote. If aliens captured live dinos and other prehistoric creatures from Earth's past and released them, these poor creatures would have a hard time surviving because the time of the dinos in ice age, oxygen low level.
Yep.
Jeez, huh? Sunglass Grandma. Yes, I want to see the IHS video. The night was interesting. Yeah, definitely. Message me on TikTok. I'll send it out to everybody. Crazy Coyote 13. Low oxygen levels will instantly kill prehistoric animals captured by aliens because they would suffocate. Definitely. The Siege Willie. Hey, sorry, I had to get my tools ready for tomorrow. What did I miss? You missed a
Oh,
lot.
yeah, you
Navajo
missed a lot.
Ace. R.I.P. J.C. Johnson. Yes, thank you. You, J.C. Johnson, you inspired us. So if you're listening,
Yeah.
thank you. Darren, you want to say laters? And Mr. Utah, you want to say laters?
Oh yeah. Start another work week, you guys. Stay safe out there. Do what you have to do, and we'll be back here same time next week.
Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Get out there, be safe, make good choices. Make sure you have your camera if you come across any ghosties, any dogmen, anything that we can present here on this podcast. And,
Oh yeah.
make us aware, and this world that we live in is pretty interesting, and also just
Yep.
stunning.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Utah, and for your time. It's very valuable, and your stories. Thank you. Gave us the chills, and hopefully everybody enjoyed it out there.
Yep.
And yes, Mr. Skitter Operator, we're gonna try to get a hold of Brenda Harris, and we're gonna make contact with Navajo, the caveman Yazi, Randy Caveman Yazi. We're gonna meet with him. So again, everybody, thank you for tuning into Don't Whistle at Night. We have been broadcasting live here on the United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in New Orleans. I'm your host, Don Yazzie, Darren Yazzie, Mr. Utah. You guys all have a wonderful week. And remember, guys, don't whistle at night. See ya.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.